Guess what time it is? It is time to set up our 2026 freaking journal. That sounds crazy to say. It is 2020 freaking 6. Are you kidding me? So I'm doing this one very similar, slightly different than last year's, which I will show you here in a second. But I've got my journal here. Oh, there's a bird outside my door. I'm using the Redicy journal. You see that? They're like $8 on Amazon, so I just like to pick these up because it's easy peasy. And I actually watched a video on the proper way to loosen up your journal. Oh my gosh, I also forgot that with this one, I went with the boxes instead of the dots like I've been using the last couple of years. So that's gonna be something new for me. But let me get this journal ready to go and then we will get this bad boy going. Do a few at a time. So I'm going to be doing what Ryder Carroll has for like the main burnout journal style. So I'm going to be doing my index and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm going to be doing my annual page, my monthly page, my weekly page, my daily page. But I'm just going to be setting them up a little bit different based on what I did this last month, which was really helpful and I really enjoyed it. And I'll show you guys here in just a second. This comes with fun little monthly tabs. That's kind of nice, huh? But okay, so let's take a gander at my last journal that I used the last 6 months, which was a thicker copy. So I accidentally bought a thinner one this time. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. And I went with this brown color, which I really like, but this year I decided I'm gonna go with green because why not? So when you start the journal, I have the year, cool, and then I have my key, some of the main habits that I've been tracking throughout the year. Probably gonna change this a little bit. And then I have my word of the year, which was consistency. And that's actually kind of funny because I forgot that I even put that on there until just now. That's pretty cool. And then intentions, I have January consistency. Clearly didn't do it the rest of the year. I honestly didn't realize that was there. So next year, I should probably do that. That's a really good idea. And then I have my index. And then I have my future log, which goes through June. I think for this one, I think I'm going to do 2 pages and do the whole year actually, or maybe I'll just break it up like this and do the whole year this way. So I might do that. I might do the full year broken up into this just so I have a little bit more space and I can do the whole year breakout, because using this in June, like what happens if something's in August, it's not in my planner and I don't love that, right? And then I made a 2024 reflection page, which was pretty sick. I plan to do the same thing for 2025. And I got this idea from somebody. I wish I had written it down in here so I would remember. It's probably somewhere saved in a video, but essentially you have your highlights, and then you have someone I blank, and it's met, missed, exists, someone you like to chat with, presence, someone lights up your day, someone that helps me chill, someone that helps me grow. So this is like kind of the stuff that I talked about in 2024. So I want to try to do this again in 2025. 3 things I made. Again, this started early. So I made in 2024, I made an Etsy shop. I started a coaching business. I made my office desk that I'm sitting at now. It's so funny. 3 lessons I learned. Prioritize sleep. Dude, yes. This is cool. All movement counts. Parenthood rocks. This is all so great. I love this so much. I can't wait to do this again. Good decision to become a coach. What were some of the setbacks? Well, look at all this, man. Books I read, James Clear, Atomic Habits. So funny. This is really cool. So I'm going to do this again, and you just kind of do a little recap of a bunch of different areas of your life that you really enjoyed. And it's going to be kind of fun. And then I have a 2025 looking ahead. This is kind of the things that I want to look at. I always try to do fun challenges every year. This year was tea. I started getting into tea and just trying different teas and seeing what I really enjoy drinking. Just kind of fun thing. Before that, I've done whiskey, I've done black coffee. I still do black coffee now, and I still drink whiskey. So it's kind of like it carries through, you know, for forever. Then I talk about the different roles that I play, which this originally started from a different journal. So I'm gonna go through, I might change up these roles a little bit for 2026. We'll get into that later. Also, a fun challenge was the pegboard, which is so funny. And then the third one was to be more complimentary on social media, and in general in life. And then wellness goal was run in run clubs, run 10 miles, get comfy with my shirt off, and can put my palms on the floor. That is so funny because I forgot about those because they clearly didn't matter so much. I did do a run club, and did I do a run club? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. That's so funny. But I did run way more than 10 miles. I ran 15. And by the end of the year, I think I'll be at 15. I ran 15. Let's go, baby. Then I just kind of have like a dump on this side and then like the monthly breakdown. But I have changed this. So this is what I'm going to talk about here in a minute. And then I have my weekly layout of what my work looks like, my job looks like, and just things in life. And then I have my daily breakdown. Let me go to December, because that's when I switched it up and I really enjoy what this looks like. So, okay, so this was December. The winter arc begins. I did start that in December. So December, I took this idea from, I'll have to put his name in here because I can't remember, and it's just really useful. But so I still have my habits that I want to track here. I was tracking my weight because I started running and I started like gaining a ton of weight, which is really funny. I'm gonna make a video about that, so stay tuned on that. But I started tracking a highlight of the day on the left side here, which is something I've always done. And then on this side, you do this smaller goal breakdown, but then you have like the little boxes that you check off, which is really cool, and I'm really excited about this. And then, so for me, these were some of the goals that I had for December. I wanted to run 3 runs a week. I wanted to post 2 YouTube videos a week, and I wanted to do the Dig In program daily. And then I wanted to post, I think that's 8 shorts. And then I also started a new morning routine, and the routine has this, is it an acronym? This acronym SAVERS, and that's kind of the order that I had written it down on how I think I wanted to do it and like the time frame from that. And then some fun goals would be to run at a run club, do a community workout, and go to my best friend's gym. And I did none of those in December. It's totally fine though. And then I had a wellness gold star section that the goal would be 128 ounces of water a day, 150 grams of protein, no snoozing, and in bed by 10. And did not do a lot of those, but I did aim to do those. And then my intention for the month was to rebuild old great habits, create new ones, gain strength, tone up, and be comfortable during long runs. And I have this hopefulness that I would hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Did not meet that yet, but hey, the year's not over. We've got like a day, so subscribe if you haven't yet. All right, but yeah, this breakdown here is sick. And every single day I would go in and I would look at this page here, and I would write in whatever. I'd like fill in the blanks. I go over here, fill in. You can see how great I started my water and my protein, and then you can just see it kind of just trickle off a little bit, you know? And then on the weight, I really didn't care too much about the weight. It's kind of a fun thing. It's in my app anyways, but I didn't weigh myself every single day because I just didn't want to, and I didn't really care. But I left this here because I just figured it was a fun thing to track. And then again, I have my weekly breakdown. And one thing that I'm doing differently with my weekly breakdown is I'm actually going through every day and putting in here like what I have for work and my personal life, but then putting in here realistically, when I can actually focus on other things like my fitness journey, my content, coaching, all that kind of fun stuff, when can I fill that in here and put those spots in so I can actually, you know, focus on that a little bit better. But this is just a little layout of kind of what that would look like for me. Setting up my new journal. Oh no, I didn't put my tab back. I want to implement a lot of the stuff that's in here, as well as starting my daily with that template. So I'm gonna make like a template page in here. 2026. That seems unbelievable, doesn't it? Do I have my word yet? I don't know that I do. I don't want to force it, so we'll come back to that. Then I've got my key. And we're gonna do this is digitized and this is feeling. Okay, and then I'll put some habits over here, but I'll probably finish that later. And then we can do our intentions. Am I even spelling that wrong? Is that a T? January. Okay. Next page. Index. 1 through 4. So this will be page 3, page 4. Gotta leave room for growth, you know? Okay, then we're gonna do the future log. Let's go January. Let me use this for a guide. That's okay. You know, that's okay. The first time I did this, I like had a ruler out and did all this stuff. Look how big this top one is. Does that bug you? Kind of bugs me, but it's fine. We're gonna leave it. February. What do we think the middle is? Like here? Sure. Here? Okay, January, February, March. Now I kind of wish I went this way. Whatever. March, April, May, November, December. Get the page numbers. 5 and 8. We have the 2025 reflection. The 2026 look ahead. Seven and 8 are reflection. I need to put my marker in here, don't I? Okay. What did I say? 2025 reflection. Daily log. I don't know the dates. I should know the dates. First is a what? Freaking Thursday. Tell you what, I'm like writing straight up, so it's so hard to not mess up my freaking handwriting, but I'm doing it for you guys, okay? The weight right here. Okay, then we've got 2, 3, 4. Four habits here, and I'm gonna do the same ones. Digestive. And the habits on this section are different from the goals on this section, okay? So we've got digestive, we've got, I'm gonna put MM for my miracle morning routine. Let's put an R, MMR. Water. And protein. Okay, and then this one, again, we will do LBS ping. Cool. So then I've got this here to go all the way down to this line. So let's fill this in. Get ready. Okay, now for January, this is so crazy, 2026, what? I think I'm gonna write that again because that was so fun. Future you is waiting. Okay. I'm going to keep up for the goals, I'm going to keep up the 3 runs a week. Three runs per week. 2 YouTube videos per week. I'm gonna do 2 shorts per week as well. I have so many short ideas and I just keep not prioritizing them. So adding that to the list. And instead of focusing on just dig in, we're gonna focus on workouts. And that does not include running. And then I've got my morning routine. That's what I'm gonna do, but that's a daily thing now. I don't think I need to put that on here. I do need a fun section. So we'll go right here, fun. And I need to come up with my fun ideas. And then we can do the wellness gold star here. So we've got 128 ounces of water. What a goal. 150 grams of protein. No snoozing. And in bed by 10 p.m. Then my January intention, let's go here. And hopeful for gotta fill this in, gotta fill this in. So I've got to fill some of this stuff in, but this is essentially my plan for January and for the beginning of my year. Sick, right? I know. One thing I want to write down in here in the future log is I want to spend a little bit more time than I normally would. I don't know if you guys follow Jesse Itzler, but he does this like big ass calendar event every year. It's on his YouTube channel. Literally, he does it every year. You should watch it. But the goal is is you go in and you plug in all of the important dates in your year. I even bought this big ass calendar. Let me move this out of the way. So you can do that, I can do that on here as well, but to see it in one day is really nice. Now this is tiny compared to what Jesse teaches because he has a breakout so you can do it by day. That's obviously not what's in this one, but maybe I will break it out like that. Make these little mini calendars. I could do that. Should I do that? I might do that. That's fun. So then I just have a yearly outlook of all the things that I want to do. Like for example, just yesterday, Madison's mom was like, hey, July 4th, come on this trip with us. And I'm like, okay, let's plug it in the calendar, right? If you throw it all in here, you see it on one layout. If I put it in my phone calendar, that's fine, but it's just gonna be on one day in the thing and I'm not gonna see it and I'm gonna forget about it, you know? So this is just a way to literally just put in all the things that you wanna do. So for me, February, I have my marathon. Obviously, I want to put that in there. In April, I'm debating doing a half marathon with some friends, or even a full, I don't know, with some friends in a different state. That'd be sick. And then just bigger events that throughout the year that we want to do, I'm going to put them in here. That's what this annual planner is. Obviously, there's birthdays and all that kind of stuff, but that's not necessarily what this space is for unless you're doing something around that date, right? Like if it's my birthday's in August, are we gonna go somewhere? We talked about going to Port Day every year for my birthday to make it kind of like a ritual. That'd be sick, but I don't know yet for sure, right? I don't need to just put August 1st is my birthday. When it is my birthday, you can tell me happy birthday. But anyways, so this is what I'm doing for the beginning of my year to plan out. This is my journal setup. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you pick up one of these journals. I will link it in the description, obviously. And this is like $9. I don't remember how many pages it is, but for me, it works. I love it. This was the one that I used last year, and I used it the whole year. I've also got, I'm going to show you guys. Is this it? I feel like this is not the color. This planner is called the Purpose Planner. Let me see. The Purpose Planner, and I stole a few rolls from this because when you set this planner up, there is roles and goals. And so you set up 5 different roles for your life. This is what I was talking about earlier in the video. And so for me, I had one for family, IT profession, wellness, coaching, and content. And so for this year, I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Also, it has this like bucket list section. And so in here, I put that I wanted to run 10 miles and I freaking, dude, I gotta cross it off. That is sick. Target date, complete an ADECA, I did that. Sign up for a marathon, did that. Build a school, did not do that. I did plan a family trip. And complete a High Rocks, I did not do that. But this is not the bucket list for this year. This is just an in general bucket list. And so it's kind of fun to just write shit down and then you do it and you're like, OMG, I did that, I did that. Long-term goals, look at this. I wrote this down, totally forgot I did this. Speak at a TED Talk. Long-term, it'd be kind of sick to be like have like my own talk show, kind of like Ellen 2.0. Go on Joe Rogan. Build a mansion. These are good, I like that, that's awesome. It's got a reading section where like it's a list of things that I read or some type of coaching course that I took or something like that. And then it's got your annual overview. So this is another thing where it's got its own annual view, which is sick. But I thought I was gonna love working out of this, but I ended up not loving it because, let me show you. Where the frick is the, this is my ideal week. Where's the date? Oh, here. Oh, it's on the bottom. I'm tripping. It has like little stuff on the bottom like this, and then it's just got 2 pages between. So it wasn't enough space for me to get super crazy in it. So I kind of stopped using it because I just need a blank freaking canvas, because every month I'm changing my mind. I'm adding new things. I'm taking out things, and just giving me a few spots just wasn't really working. But I really love the beginning of this and how they set up the roles and goals. So I want to make sure that I incorporate that in my 2026 Outlook, and then I want to make sure I migrate some of the data in here so that I have it, like my bucket list items. I want to make sure I continue to migrate that, or at least put it in my digital version so I have that forever. But that was just a little sidebar I wanted to share with you guys because I think it's really valuable and I do love that. But for me, I'm using the blank journal. I suggest you do the same if you're kind of all up in the air and can't, you know, make up your mind. But this one's really cool. I love it. And let me know if you guys do it. Let me know what you guys think of the designs of these. Let me actually give you the name before I forget. His name is Reisu, and he created the life tracker system is what it's called. So that's what I did here with the monthly, on the monthly page is the life tracker system. So I took that from Reisu. I'll link his video on there as well because he goes deeper into it. But it's really awesome, super helpful, and it's just fun. It's just fun. That's the whole thing is you have to make sure that you make this fun or you won't do it. You know what I mean? And so with that, I need to edit this video and get it out so you guys can have it, so you guys can do it before the end of the year. And I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys do with your journals. If you get one, if you pick up this one, or if you have another one that's your favorite, let me know. I just think $8, it's affordable and it's easy to use. The pages are fine. And then I have my pins, which I guess I can link those as well, so you have them. You guys have a great rest of your year, and to the next year, let's effing go. Stay blessed, take on these challenges, and honestly just set goals that are simple and easy to achieve, and just do the bare minimum of what is it called? Bare minimum of entry or whatever, you know? Like instead of saying I'm gonna run 10 miles today, just say I'm gonna go grab my shoes. I'm gonna go put my shoes on. I'm gonna go put my shoes next to my toothbrush. All that kind of stuff. That's a whole thing for another video. I just wanted to say that in here. My nose is itching. Okay, take care. Y'all, thank you so much. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful year.